Music is timeless, and so are the voices that shape generations. In this video, we honor the world's oldest living singers, icons whose songs still echo in our hearts. From golden classics to unforgettable performances, their legacy reminds us that true artistry never fades with age. 1. Willie Nelson. Do you hear that timeless tune "On the Road Again" echoing in your mind? Willie Nelson, once the rugged young outlaw of country, now at 92, still carries that same sparkle in his eyes. Back then, his braids and rebel charm defined an era. Today, his weathered grace feels like living history. What a journey to witness. 2. Buddy Guy. When the fiery blues riff of "Stone Crazy" kicks in, can you feel the electricity? Buddy Guy was once the wild spirit of Chicago blues, guitar in flames, voice fierce with passion. Now at 89, his presence is calmer, yet his aura remains unstoppable. From vibrant youth to legendary elder, his story is the blues itself. 3. Mavis Staples. Close your eyes and recall, I'll Take You There. Do you remember how her soulful voice lifted spirits worldwide? Mavis Staples, glowing with strength in her younger days, now at 86 radiates wisdom and resilience. Her smile, her voice, less fiery, more golden, still heals hearts. What a blessing to still walk this road with her. 4. Tom Jones. It's not unusual. Can you resist singing along? Tom Jones, the charismatic heartthrob of the 60s, once made audiences swoon with every shake of his hips. At 85, the fire may have softened, but his eyes still burn with that unmistakable charm. Then and now, Tom reminds us how true showmen never fade. 5. Joan Baez. Do you remember the haunting beauty of Diamonds and Rust? Joan Baez, once the ethereal voice of protest and love, captivated hearts with her angelic presence. Now at 84, her silver hair frames a face etched with grace and courage. Her youthful radiance transformed into quiet majesty, yet her voice still whispers truth. 6. Bob Dylan. Like a rolling stone, the anthem of a generation, Bob Dylan, with that scruffy hair and piercing eyes, once stood as the poet of rebellion. Today, at 84, his voice is rougher, his frame thinner, yet his aura is unshakable. From youthful prophet to elder legend, Dylan remains the soul of truth in music. 7. Paul Anka. Can you hum along to Diana? Young Paul Anka, slick-haired and boyish, once made teenage hearts race in the 50s. Now at 84, his charm carries a gentler warmth, his presence refined yet still magnetic. The sweet-faced idol of yesterday has become a dignified gentleman of melody. What a graceful transformation across the decades. 8. Paul Simon. Bridge over troubled water. Just hearing it still brings chills. Paul Simon, once the fresh-faced half of Simon and Garfunkel, gifted the world lyrics of comfort and hope. At 83, his features are lined with time, yet his genius remains untouched. His youthful tenderness has evolved into sage-like brilliance, reminding us why we treasure him. 9. Barbra Streisand. The Way We Were plays, and suddenly memories flood back. Barbra Streisand, with her striking beauty and unparalleled voice, once lit up the stage with radiant energy. At 83, her elegance shines differently, mature, commanding, yet still magnetic. From the glamorous diva of yesterday to today's icon of class, Barbra's aura never truly dimmed. 10. Paul McCartney. Hey Jude, do you still sing it at the top of your lungs? Paul McCartney, the boyish Beatle with mischievous eyes, defined the spirit of youth. At 83, he carries silver hair and wisdom, but that spark remains undeniable. Yesterday's mop-top heartthrob has become today's elder statesman of rock. What an extraordinary journey to witness. 11. Mick Jagger. Can you hear "I Can't Get No Satisfaction" thundering through the speakers? Mick Jagger, once the wiry whirlwind of the Rolling Stones, moved with fire that no one could match. At 82, the lines of time mark his face, yet his stage presence still stuns. From wild rebel to enduring icon, Mick remains unstoppable. 12. Joni Mitchell. Big Yellow Taxi. Remember how it painted a world of color and loss? Joni Mitchell, with her flowing blonde hair and ethereal voice, enchanted generations. Today at 81, her silvered grace reflects resilience after struggles, her artistry deeper than ever. Yesterday's free spirit has become today's wise poet. Her presence still moves us beyond words. 13. Diana Ross. I'm Coming Out. Doesn't that rhythm still ignite joy? Diana Ross, once the dazzling star of the Supremes, embodied glamour and unshakable confidence. At 81, her elegance carries a queenly aura, her smile radiant as ever. From Motown's crown jewel to eternal diva, Diana's beauty and power still command the spotlight. 14. Rod Stewart. Maggie May. Who could forget that raspy voice of youthful rebellion? Rod Stewart, wild-haired and magnetic, once defined rock swagger. Now at 80, his spiky blonde hair softened with age, but his energy still surprises. From charming rogue to veteran legend, Rod's journey proves that true rock spirit never grows old. 15. Van Morrison. Brown-Eyed Girl. Can you still hear the carefree joy in every note? Van Morrison, once the soulful troubadour with a piercing gaze, sang with unmatched passion. At 79, his appearance is quieter, more contemplative, yet the fire in his music endures. From youthful dreamer to elder sage, Van remains timeless in spirit. 16. Dolly Parton. Jolene, Jolene, do you still sing along with that pleading voice? Dolly Parton, with her dazzling smile and radiant beauty, once lit up country music like no other. Now at 79, her glamorous style remains, her presence softer but equally magnetic. From small-town dreamer to global treasure, Dolly's sparkle continues to warm hearts worldwide. 17. Linda Ronstadt. Do you remember Blue Bayou echoing with such tenderness? Linda Ronstadt, with those captivating eyes and soaring voice, reigned as America's sweetheart of song. At 79, though illness silenced her singing, her legacy still rings strong. From youthful beauty to graceful survivor, Linda's transformation is bittersweet, yet her music keeps her spirit forever alive. 18. Cher. Do you believe in life after love? That electrifying anthem still shakes the world. Cher, once the exotic dark-haired beauty with bold costumes, dazzled us with reinvention after reinvention. At 79, her striking features and fierce energy remain almost ageless. From daring starlet to eternal goddess, Cher proves true icons never fade, only evolve. 19. Elton John. Rocket Man. Doesn't it still soar into your soul? Elton John, once the flamboyant young pianist in glittering glasses, electrified stages with his fearless showmanship. Today, at 78, his silver hair and calmer frame carry the dignity of a living legend. From dazzling rebel to knighted icon, Elton's music still takes us higher. 20. Emmylou Harris. Can you hear the tender cry of Boulder to Birmingham? Emmylou Harris, once the ethereal beauty with flowing silver brown hair, defined country elegance. At 78, her hair has turned to shimmering silver, yet her grace is untouched. From youthful muse to timeless storyteller, Emmylou remains one of the purest voices to ever grace music. 21. Linda Thompson. Do you recall the tender ballad, A Heart Needs a Home? Linda Thompson, once the gentle English rose of folk, sang with such fragile beauty it could break your heart. Now at 78, her face carries quiet grace, her aura one of resilience. From youthful muse to venerable legend, Linda's artistry still whispers through time. 22. Stevie Nicks. Just like the white-winged dove, the magic of Edge of 17 never fades. Stevie Nicks, once the mystical gypsy queen of Fleetwood Mac, bewitched the world with her shawls and smoky voice. At 77, her aura glows silver, her eyes still fierce with mystery. From rock goddess to eternal enchantress, Stevie remains unforgettable. 23. Cat Stevens Yusuf Islam. Father and son, doesn't it still stir your soul? Cat Stevens, with those soulful eyes and gentle smile, once sang truths that felt eternal. Today, at 77, as Yusuf Islam, he carries a serenity far from his wild youth. From dreamy troubadour to spiritual elder, his journey reminds us of music's power to heal. 24. Billy Joel. Sing us a song, You're the Piano Man. Who could forget that anthem? Billy Joel, once the charismatic New Yorker at the piano, gave voice to everyman's dreams. At 76, his hair turned silver, but his energy on stage still erupts with joy. From scrappy barrooms to world arenas, Billy's magic never left us. 25. Lionel Richie. Hello, is it me you're looking for? That tender line still melts hearts. Lionel Richie, once the smooth, youthful charmer with soulful eyes, ruled the charts with elegance. At 76, his smile is gentler, his presence more dignified, yet equally magnetic. From Motown glory to global icon, Lionel's warmth continues to light the world. 26. Bruce Springsteen. Born to Run. Doesn't it still thunder like a promise of freedom? Bruce Springsteen, the rugged Jersey boy with fiery eyes, once embodied restless youth. At 75, with silver hair and lines of wisdom, his spirit still burns on stage. From working-class hero to rock's elder storyteller, the boss remains our eternal heartbeat of America. 27. Gloria Gaynor. I Will Survive. Can you feel that anthem still lifting you up? Gloria Gaynor, once radiant with powerful vocals and dazzling presence, gave the world strength in disco's golden era. At 75, her beauty carries dignity, her voice still rich with courage. From young diva to graceful queen, Gloria's resilience continues to inspire generations. 28. Paul Rodgers. All right now, do you remember that electrifying voice? Paul Rodgers, once the swaggering frontman of Free and Bad Company, had a presence impossible to ignore. At 75, his rugged charm remains, though time has carved his features. From fiery rocker to seasoned legend, Rodgers proves true soul-driven rock never loses its fire. 29. Phil Collins. In the Air Tonight. Those drums still send chills down the spine. Phil Collins, once the boyish drummer turned frontman of Genesis, sang with haunting power. At 74, his health slowed him, his frame more fragile, yet his legacy is thunderous. From energetic showman to reflective elder, Phil's music remains a heartbeat across decades. 30. Sting. Every breath you take. Who can forget that hypnotic melody? Sting, the sharp-eyed, lean frontman of the Police, once commanded stages with magnetic intensity. Now 73, with salt and pepper hair and a refined aura, he exudes sophistication. From rebellious rocker to timeless icon, Sting still breathes elegance into every note he sings. 31. Emilio Estefan. Do you remember the irresistible rhythm of conga with Miami Sound Machine? Emilio Estefan, once the energetic young mastermind behind the Latin explosion, brought joy to dance floors everywhere. At 72, his hair turned silver, his presence more dignified, yet his spark for music endures. From bold innovator to cultural icon, Emilio still makes the world move. 32. Madonna. Like a virgin, can you still feel the shockwaves it caused? Madonna, the rebellious queen of pop, once captivated the world with fearless reinvention and daring style. Now at 67, her face reflects time and transformation, yet her daring aura remains. From scandalous starlet to eternal pop icon, Madonna still defines what it means to reinvent. 33. Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. Doesn't that riff still ignite your soul? Joan Jett, leather-clad and fierce, once ruled the stage with raw energy and rebellious charm. At 66, her style remains edgy, her gaze just as fiery, though touched with maturity. From punk princess to rock matriarch, Joan's spirit proves rock and roll never dies. 34. Bono. With or Without You. Do you remember the power of that haunting anthem? Bono, the youthful, passionate leader of U2, once sang with fire in his eyes and hope in his voice. At 65, his hair has silvered, his style more refined, yet his energy still electrifies. From young crusader to global legend, Bono's voice still unites hearts.